Has he considered that maybe when you are the person spreading unfounded, vicious claims about people, it leads everyone to believe that you are not a credible source?
That is rich coming from anyone from the Young Turks.
But I want to start with something you said, which I think is frankly disgusting and is more appropriate for a Democratic propagandist. Violence.
Senator, this happened after you and President Trump were on the debate stage, said that cats and dogs were being eaten.
You just accused me of inciting violence against the community when all that I've done is surface the complaints of my constituents.
He just said Haitians are eating dogs and cats.
If I have to,
but it wasn't just a meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
Well, there you have vice presidential candidate JD Vance confessing to creating stories during a very contentious interview with Dana Bash on CNN over the weekend. Now, the topic of Haitian migrants obviously came up in the context of this interview, given that JD Vance and Donald Trump have been spreading unfounded claims about Haitian migrants in.
It's always unfounded. These are unfounded claims. Like, notice whenever the left brings something up or talk about something, it's all fact. It's all facts. It's just all true. It's never unfounded claims. It's never we have to investigate these claims more. It's oh no, we support this, so it's true. And whenever some on the right claims something, oh well, it's conspiracy theories. They're unfounded claims. They're unfounded. It's another little dirty trick that they do to discredit the right and to making people believe, propagandizing people to believe that everything the right say is just all conspiracy theories or just straight up lies. And they're all lies done out of malice. Meanwhile, everything that the left does, it's just all truth. And they're doing it for the good of the people.
The community of Springfield, Ohio, alleging that they're stealing people's pets and eating them. Now,
I don't think the allegations are they're stealing the pets. Well, I don't know. Maybe there are. Maybe there are allegations that they're going into people's yards and taking them or houses and taking them. I have no idea. As far as I know, I just heard that they're taking stray cats or outdoor cats. Like, yes, they belong to someone, but the cats roam outdoors sometimes. And they're taking them and they're killing and eating them.
Let's listen to more of the exchange and then we'll decode some of it for you.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast.
Has he considered that maybe when you are the person spreading unfounded, vicious claims about people, it leads everyone to believe that you are not a credible source?
That is rich coming from anyone from the Young Turks. It's always funny when people on the left come on here and they talk about, oh, this discredits you when you're making up these things about people. But they're like the kings and queens of it. They are the supreme leaders of doing that. Everything that you believe about right-wingers and Republicans, it's because of lies that the left tells about them. And the Young Turks, who are shills for the left, this is a left propaganda show. That is rich coming from them, and it discredits the Young Turks. And it's funny because a lot of people are, will bring up how Anna Kasparian right here has, kind of been red-pilled a little bit, like how she's kind of like coming to her senses and being more based about things. But then you hear things like this and it's like, no, like that's why I don't come around to these people so fast, because they're not fully there yet. Like, you need to prove yourself a little bit more. And while she is on the Young Turks, still spreading this propaganda, I still don't take her seriously. Just because she says based things once in a while doesn't mean that, yeah, I'm going to start like, oh yeah, saying she's based and she's on our side and stuff.
And anything that you might say that has merit, including some concerns about the lack of resources in Springfield, Ohio. When you bring up those issues, people
notice how she just like kind of glosses over, like there's concerns about some lack of resources there. It's like, no, there's more than that. The concerns are bigger than that. Not only about eating the pets and stuff. I've also heard stories that the insurance rates are going up because these migrants are causing a lot of car accidents. So it's more than just eating of the pets. And even if it was just lack of resources, that's still a big deal. Like, lack of resources, that's big.
People are going to deny it. They're not going to believe anything you have to say because you're intentionally creating nonsense stories about innocent people eating other individuals, cats and dogs.
Innocent people. So I brought up in my View video the other day, which you could see on my channel, innocent people. So again, they like to be hyperbolic about groups of people. All the people that they don't like, they're all terrible. And all the people that they do like, that they're trying to support here, they're all great. So all Haitian migrants, all of them, they're all innocent. None of them, not a single one has eaten a single, has not harmed a single hair on a cat. And she's also making it seem to be like if JD Vance is just, like, he was just sitting on his couch one day and he was like, man, I really need something to help the Republicans out a little bit. What should I do? Oh, how about I make up a story about how there's Haitian migrants in, let's pick a city. Oh, Ohio, Springfield, that has a pretty big Haitian population. How about I just say that they're just going around eating cats? Yeah. Oh, that'll really get them. Like that, they're painting it out like JD just pulled this out of his butt. When JD Vance even said in this very interview, this very CNN interview, which you could see the whole thing on CNN's channel, they have it up. He said in this interview that he's hearing from people. He is hearing from people that this is happening.
Do you not realize this? In fact, it makes my job harder because every once in a while, when they do have a legitimate point to make, and I want to say, hey, look, I dug into this. They actually have a legitimate point here. People get mad at me because they're like, how could you believe anything that JD Vance is saying? How could you take anything that Donald Trump has to say seriously? They're liars. Look at what they said about Haitian migrants. And you know what?
Yeah, you should blame yourself. Blame yourselves that they feel that way, because you are the ones that told them these things. Your whole show is calling them liars and racist and bigots, sexist, xenophobes, homophobes, transphobes, all these things, and that they're nothing but conspiracy theorists and liars. Your show told them this. Your show told them these things. You have made your own job harder. So yeah, you're right. You can't blame them for thinking. Blame yourselves.
You lose credibility when you spread garbage like that and you make it harder to find solutions to problems in the country. I'm so done with this garbage, man. I'm so sick of where we are in our politics right now.
Hey, don't scroll away.
No, I'm gonna scroll away, Chink, sorry. But it's just funny how she's like, I'm so sick of the politics right now. You guys contribute to this. And it's not just the Young Turks that are saying these things. Other like left-wing media, they're all coming out here and saying, oh, I'm so sick and tired of these politics and how we're so divided. You guys are the reasons why it's like this. You guys are the reasons why it's like this. Be sick of yourselves.
Just Springfield, Ohio. Why a town of 60,000 people? Who actually led that? Did they do something right or wrong? Should we fix it or not fix it? Those are good questions to have. But when you get the carnival barkers like JD Vance and Donald Trump that come out there and go, they're eating cats and dogs, these immigrants. And Trump also, Vance in this case, also said that they were bringing in disease. So when you start calling immigrants disease and saying they're doing these inhuman things, yes, that is what is propaganda, and oftentimes fascist propaganda.
Oh my God, I do not want to hear complaints of propaganda or fascist propaganda. Again, JD Vance didn't just pull his story out of his butt. Donald Trump didn't just pull the story out of his butt. They didn't just sit together and like, let's just make up this story. Like, no, people have been posting up videos, people have been posting up stories. He said he's heard from people and now he's merely just bringing this out to light. Could those people be lying, or maybe those videos taken out of context or something? I guess they could. But when there's a bunch of people who don't know each other are saying these things, maybe there's something to it. And instead of investigating, now you're just turning it into basically, oh, well, the right wingers just crazy, or they're just making stuff up, or they're just being bigots. And the thing is, you're talking about, well, we could have conversations about the resources, but none of you guys are. None of you guys are talking about the illegal immigration problem or just the immigration problem in the United States. And yeah, and I'm not saying that JD Vance made this up himself, but it's sad that it has to come to, the allegations that Haitians are eating cats and geese and stuff, in order for you guys just to have a normal conversation about the immigration issues. It's sad, but that's what it's come to. And you guys have no one to blame but yourselves for this.
And so if you don't want us to call you fascist, don't do obvious, glaring, over-the-top fascist propaganda.
Oh, is it kind of like when you guys, like, when a cop unalives or just shoots a black guy, and all of a sudden you guys are like, all cops are bad, all cops are racist, all cops white supremacy, all cops are bad, we need to defund the police, like kind of like that? Is it similar to that?
And one that you know is false, that's why you said, if I have to create stories.
Right, and by the way, okay, just.
So he didn't mean like he created this out of his butt, like he just made it up. No, he's meant that he's creating the attention to it. Like they're telling him these things, now he's telling everyone because he has the platform to do so and the following to do so. So he's merely just bringing it to light.
Okay, just look, Haitian migrants who came specifically to Springfield, Ohio are not illegal immigrants. They're not, okay? They have temporary protected status. They have the correct visas in order to work, so it's different from other people who are here and they're not documented, and they do get exploited by employers who want to pay them under the table and pay them far less than minimum wage. That is a real issue here in this country, which is why for the longest time you have both parties hooting and hollering about immigration, but doing nothing about it because their donors pay them to ensure they do nothing about it. The donors love the cheap labor.
Oh, wait a minute. Do nothing about it? Didn't Donald Trump want to build a wall to keep out illegal immigration? Wasn't his whole platform, his whole policy about toning down illegal immigration? What do you mean both sides? What do you mean both sides? Whenever Donald Trump's like, let's build a wall, or we need to crack down on illegal immigration, you guys were sitting there and be like, no, open borders, open borders. And once again, okay, they have these protections and stuff that Kamala Harris, the Biden regime gave to them. Okay, that's why they have these protections, because they gave it to them and told them, just come on down and just give it to them. So even if you have a point that, this isn't the same as illegal immigration, again, when are you guys gonna talk about illegal immigration? You guys are talking about, we could have these conversations, but you guys never want to have the conversation.
But in the case of Haitian migrants, that is different because they come here legally, they have protected status, and they're not living in the shadows as other undocumented immigrants do, and as a result get exploited by employers. So I just wanted to make that clear. Now, let's get back to the conversation at hand. Dana Bash literally repeats exactly what Vance said back to him, and he tries to walk it back. Let's watch.
You just said that you're creating a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate. Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
So exactly. But see, I left this title of this video up here. Look at the headline. JD Vance finally admits he made it all up. Does that sound like he just made it all up? That he admitted that he just made it all up? No. What he was saying, and they're trying to spin it, we're like, oh, did you just say you created it? What he was saying, like I said earlier, was that he's bringing attention to it. But they're making it sound like, he finally admitted he made it all up.
So just to be clear, literally anyone can email or hit up JD Vance and say, I'm a constituent of yours. I'm now going to make a crazy claim about anything. and he's just going to buy it, take it at face value, and then repeat it on the campaign trail? Is that what he just confessed to?
Yeah, not only that. Look, did you get all the sophistry there? So I didn't create 20,000 illegal immigrants. First of all, they're not illegal. Second of all, nobody said you created the immigrants. We said you created, in fact, we didn't even say it. You just said it, that you created the fake cat and dog story and the eating part of it so that you could, as he put it there at the end, we created the focus so that people could focus on that. And did you do it to fix immigration? Do you have a policy on Haitians, which is different than people crossing the border illegally, since they're coming here legally? I don't even know if you have a policy. You're not doing it for policy. You're doing it to demagogue and go.
So now they're all about policy. Again, now the left all of a sudden cares about immigration policy. Now they're talking about it, which was the whole point of JD Vance talking about the cats and the dogs. Again, I'm not saying he made it up, because he didn't make it up. It wasn't JD Vance who like just created this out of his butt. But they keep saying that the Haitian migrants are here legally, like they come here with protections and stuff, but it doesn't matter. Like, are they being vetted? Like, are they just handing these things out, like these protections, like candy on Halloween? Like, is that what's going on here? That's what I want to know. Because again, it would be like saying, if I go into the store here in California and steal $700, $800 worth of stuff, well, he didn't do anything illegal because technically, you know, he stole under the $900 thing. It's like, well, that doesn't mean that what I'm doing is wrong. Just because the people in power made the new law different, it doesn't mean that I'm doing something there for good. And it's the same thing here with this whole law thing. Like, I don't fully understand the whole Haitian migrant visas and protections. All I know is that Kamala Harris, I keep saying Kamala Harris because there's an interview where she says it, but the Biden regime is the one who brought these policies here. So there's the reason why there is an influx of these Haitian migrants. And so it's possible that not all of these people that they're giving these protections to are here with the best intentions. You know, if there is another country saying, hey, all Americans come here and you're going to get this, and that handed to you, well, yeah, of course there's going to be poor. And you know, it's not going to be the rich Americans moving over there. It's going to be the poor ones trying to get over there because, well, they have nothing here. There's no benefits for them here. But if they go and say they're American in a different country, well, then maybe they might have a chance. So you don't think that that's what's happening here with Haiti? Haiti, I'm not too familiar with the economy over there or anything like that, but I gotta imagine it's not great. But if everyone there is not doing well, and then you have America here saying, well, we're going to give you all these things if you come here, well, obviously, yeah, they're going to hop on that. And yeah, all those people are probably not going to be the best people with the best intentions, just people just down on their luck. No, there are people who, you know, there's probably going to be some that are unsavory. And that's the whole point of this conversation, is that the Democrats created this whole. The Democrats and their policies created this whole situation. No matter how much you try to spin it on the Republicans, no matter how much you try to say it's the Republicans making stuff up, you can't deny that there is an issue here with immigration, and the Democrat policies created it. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me, or do you think the Republicans are just liars and they're just saying things? And do you agree with the Young Turks? Let me know in the comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Give that like button a click. I got many other videos I think you'll like. I talked about the recent second attempt of the Donald Trump assassination. I also have another video of the ladies on The View being triggered by Trump saying about Trump talking about the Haitians eating the cats, and many more. So if you like that stuff, this is the channel for you. This has been Cool Vic. I hope you guys have a good one. Stay cool, ladies and gentlemen.